Hello and welcome to Daily News Analysis by Avid Siksha. Today is 26th of April 2023 and this is the list of news we'll be covering today. First is the important day, that is the World Intellectual Property Day. Now this is established by the World Intellectual Property Office and it promotes the role of intellectual property in stimulating innovation and creativity. The theme for 2023 or this year is Women and IP, that is intellectual property accelerating innovation and creativity. Okay, so this day provides an opportunity for all the IP offices, then inventors and enterprises to discuss and connect with each other, and they will talk about emerging various innovations that will help shape the world and also improve the living of the people. In this next news, we have this news from PIB, from the Prime Minister's office. So this is on India's National Quantum Mission. Okay, now first thing we have to understand is what is National Quantum Mission. So the mission will help develop magnetometers, okay, with high sensitivity for what? For precision timing of what? Atomic clocks, communications and navigation. Now this will also support design and synthesis of quantum materials such as superconductors, then novel semiconductor, then topological materials for fabrication of quantum devices. And the mission, it is planned for 2023 to 2031. It aims to seed, nurture and scale up scientific and industrial research and development and create a vibrant innovative ecosystem in quantum technology. Okay, and with this launch of this mission, India will be the 7th country in the world with a dedicated quantum mission after the US, Austria, Finland, France, Canada and China. All right. Then again from PIB, from Ministry of Culture, we have this news on Lord Hanuman. This stolen sculpture of Lord Hanuman that belonged to the Chola period has been retrieved and it has been given to the idol wing of Tamil Nadu government. This was stolen from a Vishnu temple, okay, in Aizawl district, and it belonged to late Chola period, that is 14th to 15th century. And it was documented by French Institute of Pondicherry in the year 1961. Then the sculpture was handed over to High Commissioner of India in Canberra and it returned last week to India and it has been given to idol wing, that is in Tamil Nadu, and a case property on 18th of April. Okay, and so far 251 antiquities have been retrieved back from different countries, out of which 238 have been brought back since 2014. Okay. Then from Ministry of Defense, so this ASHOK Roy training simulator complex has been inaugurated. Now this simulator makes our country the 4th of its kind in the world, along with US, UK, Australia, and this is the first in Asia also, the simulator, the complex. Okay, now what will be the use of all this simulator complex? So it will have a state-of-art simulator for training requirements of P-81 aircrew and technical team that will aim towards safe operation and maintenance of the aircraft, and it will significantly contributes towards improving training standards and reduction of training requirement. All right, and it has been named after late Lieutenant Commodore Ashok Roy, who was in the 1971 Indo-Pak War. Okay, Indo-Pakistan War, India-Pakistan War in 1971, that is liberation of Bangladesh. Okay, and this complex will allow reduction of one aircraft training, right? Then it will ensure higher availability of aircraft for operational missions and this will aid the air crew also in practicing all operation missions and complex military scenarios. Okay, now if you have to come here, right, so it has been named, like I mentioned, it has been named after this gentleman, Ashok Roy, and he was part of the India-Pakistan war in 1971 with a Nav Sena medal, right? So if you read the story, his story is here, like how he, essentially used his tactics and strategy to, launch, search the enemy force in the Indian waters. So he's from the Navy. Okay. Then this was done. This complex was inaugurated on 25th of April. That is yesterday. All right. Then from Ministry of Science and Technology, we have this news, that is a bioelectronic uric acid detecting device has been fabricated. Okay, and this can be used for various applications such as wearable sensors and point of care diagnostics. Now, uric acid is one of the most important antioxidants that maintain blood pressure stability and reduce oxidative stress in our body, right? And the usual range is this much. This much is the usual range, okay? And for urine, this much. For blood, uric acid is this much. This is for blood, first one, right? And for urine, it has to be this much. But then there are fluctuation of uric acids due to lack of balancing between production and excretion causes, which causes several diseases like hyperuricemia, then which leads to gout disease, type 2 diabetes, and increased risk of cardiovascular diseases, and Lesch-Nyhan syndrome, hypertension, and renal disorders. Okay. Now, researchers from this Institute of Advanced Study in Science and Technology, which is an autonomous institute under the Department of Science and Technology, Government of India, has fabricated this device, right? So far you have to know who came up with this Institute of Advanced Study in Science and Technology, and what are the ranges of uric acid in blood and urine. That is an added knowledge from scientific point of view or from science point of view. Again, from Ministry of Defense, we have this news. This is exercise COPE India. Okay, so the 6th edition of COPE India 2023, which is an air exercise between Indian Air Force and United States Air Force, has been completed at Air Force Station, Kailakunda, Panagar, and Agra. Okay, it culminated on 24th April, right? And these are the fighters that were, part. Then also, air crew from the Japanese Air Self-Defense Force also participated as observers, okay, in this edition. Then from here, we have this news. IIT Guwahati has developed liquid marbles, which will have potential in control drug delivery. Okay, now what is this? Liquid marbles, they have developed liquid marbles using nano clay that can be pre-programmed for drug delivery and cascade chemical reactions. Okay, now what are liquid marbles? Here the description is there. Liquid marbles are soft spherical solids that can be used for multiple applications by replacing the liquid inside of them. Okay, and this research team was led by Dr. Uttam Manna, who is the associate professor at Department of Chemistry and Center for Nanotechnology of IIT Guwahati, right? So from science, there are a couple of news today. And these liquid marbles are used in the field of sensor platforms, soft robotics, healing agents, and biosystems. Okay, you can go through this news. Then on the other side also, the Tea Research Institute, that is the Toklai Tea Research Institute, which is in Jorhat, has identified an insect which exists in the tea ecosystem of the Northeast, and it feeds on two other pests, okay, which are enemies of tea plants. Now this is a good news, okay. So this insect, rid of it, scientific name is Cycanus coloris. It has been effective in preying on tea mosquitoes and looper bugs, which are very detrimental for tea plantations, right? So this has been a friend for tea gardeners, right? So this is a very important discovery. And with this, like, this can be used for, organic tea production in the state. If instead of using pesticides, if we use these insects, then obviously, you don't need pesticides, right? And finally, the last slide, Hemkosh, the dictionary Hemkosh, the Braille version has set Guinness World Record. Now Assam has been doing a lot of world records recently. Previously, we had the largest Bihu congregation, then even Bagurumba dance of Boro, they're planning. Then here, Hemkosh has set the Braille version, okay, has set Guinness World Record for the largest recorded bilingual Braille dictionary, okay. This Hemkosh was first edited by Hemchandra Borua in the 19th century, and after 125 years, the Braille version was recently conceptualized and published, and which was released last year in 2022, and now it has set this record. Then from the other side, we have this news: Sivsagar district tops Gunotsav 2023, okay. So Gunotsav, we know, it is the systematic study of schools by the government. And then Sivsagar was a top performing district, which was followed by Soraideo, Golaghat, and West Karbi Anglong, Chirang, and Karbi Anglong were at the bottom of the list, okay. On the other side, final news is Aizawl has the highest adoption of cashless payments for mobility services across India, not just Northeast, but all over India. Aizawl has the highest adoption of cashless payments, okay. And this report has been published by OMI Foundation's Ease of Moving Index report 2022, okay. So Hyderabad leads the future of mobility among megacities, okay, and Kolkata has the second highest adoption of cashless payments for different mobility service among the megacities, right? Then Aizawl had the highest adoption in all over across cities in all clusters. Then respondents in other hill cities. Also Shimla and also Kohima has been also found in the report, okay. Then the report also found Kochi had the greatest promise for adoption of active and shared mobility, right? And while Bhubaneswar, it was good in terms of providing a seamless mobility service. Then Aizawl also has the top performer in clean mobility, okay, not just the highest adoption, but it is also clean, while Jabalpur had the lowest. So with this, we come to today's news analysis end, and if you're enjoying this series, do check out our YouTube channel for future courses. And one of the courses is the crash course that we're providing for all the aspirants of APSC and UPSC. You can definitely follow us or subscribe us. You can follow us on our Telegram channel and also our Instagram, and subscribe our YouTube channel. You can share with your friends so that they also are aware of what we are giving. That course will be in bilingual, like it will be mix of Assamese and English. So that way we will cover a lot of places that way, and people who have difficulty in understanding English can also easily learn with us. Okay, so with this, I would like to thank you again for joining this session. We'll see you soon.